It's a great event. We are meeting after practically 2 or more years now as in person, and nothing to replace that. I think we have been seeing the virtual events, but glad to see you all in person. And our guest of honor, Mr. Pradeep Kar, I don't need to introduce. I think only I just want to say, rather than his other credential, he is a Macroland CEO, MD, founder, big company, big thinker. I just wanted to quote from his recent one of the blogs what I read. It's about India future, because I have seen him always as a futuristic leader who looks into future, who thinks about future as a global leader. He had written, what can India do for future? And he was mentioning about the software is becoming into open source software. Can India become the open source hub? He was asking, can construction industry be made into a sustainable construction industry? And what I loved most was, he was telling, can we look at planet-sized problems? I think while many of you came through the Bangalore roads, we complain about Bangalore traffic, potholes, these are problems. But he is thinking about planet-sized problem that India could solve. I think that's the only introduction I want to make, otherwise his credentials are endless. And I welcome Pradeep Kar to come on the stage. From the CFA community, Ganesh, thank you for the introduction.
Yeah. Thank you. Friends, firstly, big thanks to Bosch for making this happen. Very, very generous of our clients to, they love us enough to do this for us. So thanks for that, your generosity. Thanks for being here and spending time with our community. Our first in-person event after the pandemic. We are about 16 years old as an institution. We have over 250 coaches across the country. And we are who we are because of our community of coaches and the good work they do, and their competence, their generosity, their commitment. That's what has made us a preferred destination for coach media development in the country. So one of the things we want me to do in recent times is not be just preoccupied about the craft of coaching, but listen more to the world around us. And it's part of that we want to listen to people that you are in the world of work, world of business, and therefore be more tuned into the environment we are working in. And that's really the larger kind of expectation from all of us about this conversation. So delighted to be doing that. Absolutely great question. So the very first thing that I'd like to really talk is about obviously entrepreneurship, right? You've been an entrepreneur all your life, and you obviously love doing that. As you look around and you see several generations of entrepreneurs follow, what about entrepreneurs in India excites you? And the shape and nature of entrepreneurship as it is emerging through your lens, what excites you about the future? What also concerns you about the future? That's what entrepreneurship.
Firstly, I'll give a story. What triggered me to decide to say, let me do something outside what I should do. To give a context, I schooled out engineering in the school in 83. And I looked at my dad, who was a career at 500 companies, in very well educated. He bought his first house just about the time, to take the money out of PS, then bought the first apartment. And for some reason, I felt that that's not what I want to do. At that point of time, I think I could stupid, but visualize how much I would ever earn in my life. We say that whatever salary, I joined Wipro in 83. Think about Wipro. Most people, I mean, this generation knows it. But if you ask a new person, what did Wipro stand for? They will know the long name of it. Being a job with tech quality substance, directly with the Tata companies, in German, Western India, basically. The first discussion with my dad was, why do you want to join Tata? His career was Tata, I had a job with tech, industry engineering. I remember it was printing works, but in change word, was just interesting. And I joined Wipro only with one reason, to say this is elite. Now, if you give today anyone who's graduated last 10 years of slide rule, they won't know how to use it. And I said, the only reason I joined Wipro at that point of time, and I'll come back to your question, is I said, whatever I do with my life, I will learn about it. I have no inkling or expectation that that would be my career, because too early to make a judgment. Right? I'm an automobile engineer by engineering. So I said, whatever I do 2 years in Wipro, I learn about it, and they taught over programming and all the stuff. I said, it's useful in life. That's a broad spectrum. We are a very good, I would say, head of marketing for Wipro. I mean, some of you may know, but I don't call AD Streeter. Very good. And he is finally said, technology is not so difficult. That's 22 years with Wipro. And we were just in Bangalore, remember, spending the automotive, 70 rupees for the government. First, I remember, those days. And I saw an ad from Indian organic chemicals. First, my dad was going to left the mainstream and joined a data company. And then I saw an ad from a company called Computer Point. Computer Point was incubated, started by a large chemical company called Indian Organic Chemicals, started by BNP. India's first computer retail chain, and marketing was my interest. If I go back, I want to be an architect. Then again, Dad said you wanted a job in JJ, and you better do engineering. At least some nokri in India, and you manage your life somewhere. So I went for this interview to Opera House in Bombay, for familiar with Opera House to be Indian organ, not Indian, Cheetah headquarters. And I had a very simple formula of life. When I'm in 20s, my salary should come 8 into 2000. When I become 30, because you could not visualize all this thing. 3,000 rupees into my reach. The simple maths, Wipro paid me 2,250 rupees. I had an offer from Britannia. It was earlier from my Bharat Force on the first offer in category. They all paid 1,200 rupees. But Wipro paid 2,200. So it was a reasonable salary, etc. Computer One started on the 1st of April 1985. Its world headquarters, only store was a store of 100 square feet. Opposite in Anderson Road, opposite, I think it's Laxo or some headquarters on the main road. If you are familiar with it. But think about the trauma my dad had. First, he found a dollar. He comes to the store and says, if you really want to open a store, I have educated you, I will buy a store. He would never tell anyone that I worked for Wipro. He said he worked for Indian marketing. But I was always the outlier because I'm saying, So the essence was Wipro was a startup to that extent. So we used to have this then setting out the Mr. Davies house in Bangalore, take a train to Thane, take auto and travel that belt, Thana, Belapur belt, in call companies, etc. etc. Computer One was the third employee again. So there's a lot of entrepreneurial opportunities one got because of and I had nothing else to do. I will do whatever is given to me because I'm learning in that process. It's a long story again. I can give you so many stories. And you one more interesting trigger story. They're launching compact computers in India in the Taj in 1992. The manager of Compact. Compact was a $3.3 billion company in India, a startup. And Compact MD comes and that time the head of Department of Electronics was, I don't remember his name, he was the chief guest at the Taj. A laptop was 5.5 lakh rupees. I equity capital 5 lakh rupees. And the Compact, there's some stupidity also in what you do. The ad for the laptop, I remember, was the laptop on the floor with a plank of wood and an elephant walking on it. So Mr. Ramakrishna from the Department of Electronics came to inaugurate said, "It is the same laptop that sourced from the elephant and walk over it." I said, "Yes. What will happen if I drop it?" I did not respond. This is a pre-event. The picture is a carpenter. It rocket the screen too. The laptop was designed closed so that the structure would prevent it, but I didn't even visualize. So that before the inauguration happened, there was no laptop to show. So I was thinking, it's only thing that you do that. Now, coming back forward to say, in the early agreement, the business model was, I would say, the license batch. So Computer Point was structured in a quasi element of license batch. When I'm saying license batch, so my logic is very simple. What is our license? If you go and partner every technology company for India, anyone wants to buy that, will have to come to us. So I said, let me go aggressively and at least partner those exclusive partnerships with those companies. So if they want to come to India, they come to us. And I remember, we also got a coffee table books on the website. When I went to sign up with Cisco, the VP marketing said, "Why should I sign up with you? I will sign up with Tata." Tata was mostly there. I said, "Sure, you can sign up with Tata, but they're not standing outside the door." I said, "When they come to sign up with them." So I made it very easy to partner. So the business model was $7, income cost in rupee, rupee depreciates 5-6%. You have a tax advantage thanks to 1991. But I think what has changed in those early years, entrepreneurship was not viewed as ethical. The broad structure of entrepreneurship at that point of time was, as an entrepreneur, you always felt that this is not a straightforward business. What has changed now is that if your son, daughter decides to leave school and become an entrepreneur, you encourage it. Don't think twice. If they fail, those days if you fail, it was very different. So culturally, this has changed. That's one area. Second is that and the market has changed to India. Most of the big players now, 50 startups, are catering to the domestic. Earlier, we had to cater to the international. The ability of the young generation to execute is enormous. We can all question whether company ABC is making money, is it worth the 25 billion that it should be? But if I leave aside that valuation conversation, the ability to fulfill orders, whether it's virtually or physically, is unbelievable. The scale at which the young Turks are executing today is tremendous. So the ambition, the aspiration, which also reflected if you see in a different front on cricket. If you see the big cricketers coming in India are coming from small towns. They're not coming from, they are ignorant, they're fearless, and they're determined. I mean, if I just look at the trivia of 1983, and if you look at Kapil Dev's interview, I mean, they will ask, what are you if I? And he did the whole language thing, see, here to look at that mind in 1983. If you just take the movie as an example, he had a very clear perspective why he came, not worried, etc., etc. I think that has changed. I think what I would say should be, I would say, what the current, I would also take a stand. Sure, you have to read, I would say, for perspective and what I say from the industry, I know I can't speak much from from the manufacturing industry. But again, this is working well. Yeah. Yes. I'm sorry. No, sorry to interrupt. No, my apologies. Sorry. Yeah. But I'm not repeating it. I can continue. Yeah. So I was saying, where the things are changing today, if you look at the entire startup ecosystem, Krishna also spoke about, I want to also comment on your introduction because I have a additional point to make here. Companies today, unfortunately, by young people, are built on deficit funds, which is fine. Their ownership of the company, except for one exception, is under 10% of the entire management. Average ownership of a startup company is 5-6%. So the founder cannot control the destiny of the company, cannot control the future of the company, does not look at it long term. The only exception, one few exceptions matter, where the ownership of alumni and family is 50% plus. Others, every company that you see in the startup eco world have very low ownership. One way to look at it, the low ownership is what hell of a. The other way to look at it, you're not going to be there any which way. So the longevity of a company, if you look at the IT industry of my time and before, most entrepreneurs own dominant ownerships. Dominant ownership of companies survive much longer periods of time than minority ownership. So if there's one thing that I would tell the entrepreneurs to start to say, think a little longer and don't give equity too early. Don't think that it does not matter to make money. But making money is not difficult. If that's the only objective, there may be other ways to make money, make an impact, and enjoy it, right, from that standpoint. So I would say the world has changed dramatically. The demographics of consumption have changed dramatically. And therefore, the new generation now, first the online generation, what is that kids? You always wonder how will live their lives, more friends virtual and more friends in person. Right? So the market has changed, and it will evolve. There will be a hybrid element that will happen. So I would say the opportunity is tremendous in every which way that you see. What is Amanda? It's a fragmented buyer and seller community together on a platform. Right? Uber would not have been what Uber was had they not been handles, had there not been Google Maps. Right? Today, don't ask the driver to know Bangalore roads. Say, they just haven't worked. Earlier, the driver had to know the roads, he had to know something about the car. But the market has changed today dramatically. So it's a huge opportunity. And I think working from home creates a very different dimension, different challenges. And we spoke about different. And one comment when you said on perspective, I think there are 2 points to be said. One of them are written. Think about it. There's an article I've written. The package has nothing to do with it, right? Actually, we designed so much. But the beauty of it, I had every month for business for the last 2 years, and every alternate month of month. So we get this technology is business. And the only thing I enjoy about it is reading the proof of it. You don't write it. I have thought you would be research, who gets the data, think about it, etc. Think about it. If you look at the phone today, there are more pictures we take than calls we make. So my question, which I've written down, why did Polaroid or Zeiss or the camera company, my company, phone technology is now rocket science? If video is the big element, was there an opportunity that they missed? If you look at the flip side, the other element also is scale. It's like, I had the fortune of visiting the terminal yesterday. If you see it in operating margin center, if you see the scale of institution, we are taking 2068, how many passes we have the ability. I mean, I was completely on the side with the perspective of thinking calculated properly, presented, we can digital. So here's an example in a whole city of an airport that is thinking 50 centimeters. So there's no lack of thinking. And I wish, the public-private partnership works closely enough because we can, the private partnership and the government, it plays such a significant role to make a huge impact to society. Capability is there. That's the cost.
So clearly, I see that you see a lot of optimism, a lot of positive energy, possibilities in the future. And you're optimistic.
Like I also, it's not that I think I also difficult that, but in the process, if you show pessimism to your employee, and you have to show more. If he sees you're not hopeful, I'm not very difficult that. They can take decisions which are not going to waste. They provide you what you have to be optimistic, you have to be hopeful. You're very hopeful.
And the only other note of caution which you said is about ownership and that psychologically it shows a certain long-term stake and orientation because you are growing. So this is a question that answers all of us as we work with the leaders of the entrepreneur. Right? As we see generation of leaders working with you, what has changed over the years?
I think first we're just blessed and fortunate that Microman is very years old. It's a very stable company. Average age of leadership is 20%. It is we're just blessed. Shalabera, who was joining in 90, by the year we go for engineering school together. So we're classmates since 76 to 81. And we joined Wipro on the same day in Bangalore. And then he joined me in 90, when he was doing 33 years, close to 33 years or 33. So we are blessed that we have our company during average career is 20%. Okay. But I think what we have to reflect on, what is the nature of the employee? Because the nature of the employee is where the manager has to reflect on. The talent pool today is, when we move, many of us in our generation assume that we outcome from middle class families and we can have very heavy. Today, under 30, the individual wants to buy a house, second house, leverage the rent, buy a fancy car, live on debt. And therefore, the pressure that he or she is putting into himself or herself is tremendous. Right? And therefore, gratification of the new employment, the new generation is instantaneous. So I always tell employees to say, don't need the training so much to your eye, then you don't see that all again. I need jobs where I would learn the maximum. I think worry about money. I said, let me keep my job. You're taking this kind of role. I was given an opportunity to work on the CFO. I stepped on the floor to recruiters. So I have a good understanding of how engineers get paid, what is POP, what is costs, etc. So I can look at money. I said, whenever I can get learn, I'm going to learn. The current generation is very much determined on gratification. Whether it's financially, it's likes, and therefore the perspectives have changed. And therefore, how do managers, I would say, deal with this new nature of employee? Again, I'm one more in this area. I'm talking about the technology. Sure. I know I'm not going to promote the manufacturing.
No, I think the point you make is a question that often gets asked of all coaches of how do we manage the younger generation. So I think it is true across businesses that everyone is concerned about what it takes to manage people who value, whose context has been different from where we are. So I think that's one thing. But I want to come back to the question of saying, where you said it's been a stable law. As you look around, what are the demands that have changed on leaders? What are the things that they are expected to do today, which they didn't do or may not have been expected to do 5 years back, 3 years back, 10 years back? What are the new demands of the leader today?
I think a big element is, nature of the workforce education. We can't take things for granted. That's one element. Second, I would say, I will use the word requirement for money, you cannot compromise. In the past, if a person likes a good environment, etc., he or she might say, yeah, you have to be competitive to market that. So I think in the current world, the challenge from a leader standpoint is the definition of loyalty from an employee standpoint, from a customer standpoint, is changing. Just because you being a supplier or provider or 20 years doesn't mean you will continue, unless you're constantly energizing or adding value. And therefore, what is the value that one is creating in the employee's journey lifestyle, in employee's lifestyle? And the interesting part of the new generation in the technology industry is they started questioning his purpose, what else are you doing, role of CSR, your contribution to society. They're in a very multi-dimensional workforce because social media today is very integral. Right. So I would say it's a very challenging dynamic. When you mention values, I'm not saying that our values are better. Sure. They're saying the markets have changed. Sure. And we have to adjust to the fact that how do we as leaders become more relevant? And if I just take a very simplistic example, to own children. For a child to be relevant to you, you have to go down to understand and be relevant to the child. Like a father, when we the child, so you have to always engage in a manner that you as a parent, like a coach, whatever, you are relevant to the child's journey as the child works. From that standpoint.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely very well said because the ability to have conversations and actually today, because there's no structure, there's no hierarchy, conversations are the only way to get through to other people. And we find ourselves in situations that we're spending so much time teaching leaders how to have conversations. Because that seems to be the only tool through which you can get through to your children or to your managers. So you're right, I think just having good conversations as a means of even listening to what people want. And I think recent conversations, in our time, I always tell myself when I have a difficult conversation with my colleague, end of the conversation, if he is demotivated, he is going to spend 2 to 3 days of work. I'm pretty sure when he leaves the room, I can say whatever I say, but he must be moving. So statement number 1. Statement number 2, you can't have conversations with your employees, and I'm saying at every level on transactions. At some point of time, you need to understand what his wife's doing, his child's doing. When is his birthday? What is going on in his life? And I always say, but I can see a person suffering. You can train you to know that this something is bothering me. Right? And therefore, the challenge between the remote working and on-site working is in terms of what is taught and what is caught. In a taught environment, you can do virtual, you can teach. In a caught environment, you see, you sit and you observe and learn. So what the new generation is missing out is what we are catching in a meeting situation. But you rightly pointed out what you said. You might actually be a rarity in today's generation that you actually know somebody tried, what next is another way and so on. Because the whole scale and intensity and velocity of which organizations are growing, they just don't know.
You should know everything about reporting. See, I'm not single level of 5,000 people. But if there are 50 critical people in a company, you should know. Now, let me go step back one step. You won't remember. Right? But if you write it down, so every individual who joins my second, you write it down. Before I go, I read about him. I will not remember. We're not trying to remember. But you're going to have a discipline of a process to say it's important. If I say how's Preeti, what's about that, how is Chad, how is the real school going on? So I train myself to say every senior person who joins, I get entire, when he joins, that's the only time you get who is married to he or she, etc. Right? I write all this down. Whenever I get a conversation, you should follow me that person I read about this. Right? And therefore, I suspend everyone when I let them die. It's a small effort. You can't work on it. It's not an associate customers. Right? So you train a system to say if it's important to you, just find that. You should remember your DRs and others are 10 more critical. The other guy has to remember his DR and his critical. That's how you do it.
But I want to pause here because this is a very important point you're making. It may seem small, but a very, very important point of humanness, which, at least in my opinion, we're fighting to retain at the workplace. Anyone in the audience has a comment, a question to ask on this perhaps very important thing, which we spend as coaches a long time trying to find the balance between the doing and the being, the task and the person. Anyone?
And you being in the IT industry for so long, one of the reasons being ascribed for this phenomenon of the manager not even worrying about his direct reports is the fact that all our means of communication, even a man sitting beside him is communicating to him only electronically. And so that whole, work has created a culture that is, if you go back when I started in manufacturing, it was management by walking around where you meet the person. What would be your first?
I absolutely agree with you. And first, when I have a meeting, no one can do it. I'm very disciplined. Even in your sales conferences, I said, last night, if someone is looking at the phone, I said, small on the stage, you can step outside. In my meeting, I don't do that. Absolutely don't do my phone. I said, you have a call for me? Okay, I'm going to say I have a medical emergency. Give your phone to the secretary, she'll call you. You can't see. You have to be in the moment. You can't be preoccupied. And it happened in a very trivial example. Once I was in bank counter, I stood in the line to be there. And now some call comes and the lady at the teller, those days central bank will go for checkbooks and all. She responded to some joker who from the remote. I said, I showed you the key. Focus on me, then the person calling me. So my logic is simple. Focus on the present. Everything else can be. So first a discipline to say, we start on time. You cannot be there. You can bring your phone upside. I don't allow anyone to see phones or respond to messages. Right? You can insist that on many people. Second is that, I would just say that even we are, it's easier for me to say that, okay? We are struggling. Today when the person speaking, the person who's we hired in the last 2.5 years has not seen the office, has not met the manager, the manager has not met him. His or her view of the company is in that 2.5 video conferencing. You're hoping the person who got interviewed is the same person who joined. I'm serious. They are recorded on that. You can't check who interviewed and now let's look at the IT. Right? It's a difficult challenge. And in a very small element, I started starting to take a session on managing people. Because I'm just saying, I'm seeing this missing. How do you manage or create quote unquote employee engagement where the entire world of the company is an app? But we have a tremendous app. So what we have done from our earlier years, the last 5 years, we have a very significant app where the company runs on. I can demonstrate it separately if you want. It's a tremendous app, that's all that we work with. In a very trivial element, anyone in the company can ask me a question 24/7 in public. It's a CEO check. Anyone can ask. And I can respond. Everyone can see. So I would just say it is a new generation coming in, and we have to ensure that we learn from this, but don't lose basics. And completely follow. And I'm also that we follow. We're not a perfect organization. As imperfect as most organizations. It's easier for me to say this is my desire. It's as difficult for me to say please implement it. But we're now trying to say that don't have more than 10 people in the meeting. Now we started going to work from October or Tuesdays and Thursdays. Only 8 people in a row. People don't know that. We did a survey of 3,500 people. And we said this is a good opportunity to talk to everyone. So we insisted that manager and HR called up everyone to say, look, how you're doing, how you're managing. Then people had never spoken to them. The new company, they don't want that. They don't want that. And we're seeing the entire element. They don't want that. So we're saying, there's a back to location. Which can actually be the same city, customers also have to come. But you're saying they do ABPs and above, and you're saying the request will be nice if you can come. You can't say you have to come. And in January, you're hoping it's the senior directors. And then April, we'll see. Because the lines will change. The employee mobility is changing, there's a recession coming up. The startup ecosystem will get money. Today, balance is with the employee. It will change, and then it never be normal. But it will.
So I want to ask you a question, Pradeep. So at one level, there is an impression that there's a certain alienation that employees don't want to come, we don't know what's happening. Everyone is leaving, there is great attrition. I have a hypothesis I want to test with you. Hypothesis is that the average employee is waiting to be spoken to. And they will now the manager have the skill and ability to engage with them. Do you believe that's possible?
I would say absolutely. I would say, in fact, in the very conversation over coffee, I said, my only suggestion is, I don't know the perspective, but there's a huge need in the IT service industry, which CFI looks at the middle manager for IT industry. You are focused very much on the CFO now. Every middle manager in India, if you look at it, we are also, as part of Baker's to work, we do attrition analysis, how many people, what the span of people that people have. So we do analysis of attrition based on the span of the manager. Right? And this is one thing that is lacking in most companies. So one of the things that I think the industry benefit, if you get a sub-chapter to focus on, to say, developing middle management in the post-pandemic, and this articulating the storyline into staff. But I would absolutely say, everyone would like to be spoken to. I don't know what people are busy with. No, I'm serious. I get it, I'm busy with it. People are busy, very busy with reviews, internally focused, emails and picking on the phone and saying, let's chat and have a coffee. Those things, have to come up. And otherwise, people don't get institutions. See, if you look at you were staying in a company 25 years, retired in this company. Today, no one is thinking to retire. He or she is thinking, we'll do 3 years, I will figure out what 3 years also too much. And therefore, now the Indian IT industry is talking about infant mortality is not considered in education. That is a recruitment adjustment. I would say it has to be done. It has to be done.
Yeah. So I want to go to it. So this is very useful, I think, to know that the average employee spoken to may actually offer an opportunity to build that much needed connect. Because finally it's a human connection. That's what it all boils down. So I want to go to another different subject.
But let me hold on here. Let me hold on. Now let me ask you a question. Let's see if we can be honest. We have friends who are workplace. Right? What do you do? You send them a WhatsApp and say happy birthday. You pick up the phone and say happy birthday, boss. How are you doing that? I'm just saying you can how you doing it. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it starts there because our behavior has also been attuned at our level to send a message to say happy birthday, have a great day, and we don't pick up the phone. Yeah. So we also have to remind ourselves to say it's very important, including our direct reports. If you're picking up the phone to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy Diwali, whatever you want to say, we also tune or accept the fact it's normal to send a WhatsApp message and he or she will say thank you. It has to start. For us speaking, it's important to build that connect because we're also losing connect with our ecosystems.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, I think it's and that to me holds the hope for what is perhaps a sweeping generalization today that it's all gone at the workplace. It's not. So there's the question about the Indian leader, right? The Indian leader has evolved over several generations about who he or she is today. Of course, many of us are proud that people of Indian origin are running global companies. But the question often asked is, that's all right, people of Indian origin are nominally Indian. But when will the real Indian, and There is real saga for people that I want to ask also coming. The real Indian who's worked in an Indian company gets hired to run a global company. You see that happening, and what's your
The Indian who's hired and he was very much more. He's not working, he's worked there. They work with that ecosystem. You can't hire a person running an Indian company, not only CEO of of an American company, unless of course the market is Indian. But dramatically, if you look at Eon, etc., the market is changed because the talent pool is Indian. So you look at the business economics that works there on that. And the reality is, if you look at Indians are far more humble, far more hardworking. So when they're selected as global CEO, they work very hard.
And you don't think those values by itself into.
I would say the old values have not gone away. Is there transition to happen? Adjustment of values will happen. But all those people who are great CEOs would work in India. Whenever they went to the famous Hyderabad public school, right? But they are core values. Hard work, humility, down to earth, focus, not get carried. It's tremendous. I mean, see if we have an Indian Prime Minister in the UK.
Yeah, that's correct. So,
Question.
yes.
But you think that those values are going away under the umbrella of
First, let me qualify. I'm not that country one. I'm not a big, I can't give, tell you what will happen. But I would just say that you have to trust that the environment that you're growing up does not go very far. Right? So, if you look at within ourselves, our children, they may be 18 years old, but more value system is what we grow, what is seen. Right? And value has to be relevant to stage, phase of society. And, so it will adjust.
That's correct. Yeah. So we were speaking about the Indian leader and spoke about whether the Indian leaders will find global acceptance and the fact that they need to have those experiences, right? So one of the things that CFI has been kind of working quite passionately about is to ensure that women at senior levels stay in the game, right? And continue to occupy positions of leadership. And we are saying staying in the game because we are looking specifically at the segment of women who are just one step short of leadership and choose to lead. What are your thoughts, experiences of women in leadership? What is holding them back? And what can
I would just say that I think the new world values respect gender rights. So we have a huge program for the quality, diversity, equity, inclusion. I think the new world demands it. I think our country that has done extremely well in that is UK. If you look at an board of a company, average women employees is 55-56%. It is increasing. I just saw in economic times 2 days ago that the percentage of women on boards has increased from 30% to 80%. Now there's mandate, right? I think it's a cycle that you go. The cycle that you go. And I think people value it. Absolutely value it. So I would absolutely say, and I know you have a sheet program also for that. I think that's tremendous.
So, and what is it that, let's say, men have to do differently in terms of everyday behavior to support? Because one of the thoughts that we are constantly coming up is, for still a large number of organizations, unless there is a man who actually sponsors the success of a woman, it's very difficult.
I would say, again, I don't think it's as much of an issue in technology. Because I would never even think about to say we need to have a woman or man who sponsor. I don't even think about it. Right? But I will tell you the issues from a practical standpoint, which is that we run a 24/7 business. So we don't differentiate who works in the day and night pre-pandemic. But if there's a woman who gets picked up, we have to have a security person in the car. Because something happens by the driver, you are responsible. Right? So and therefore, be very careful that the woman is not the first to get picked up, the last to get dropped, because the responsibility is on the organization. If you have an ecosystem of partners, vehicles who partner that you can't 100% say it's safe. So we have to be very careful from that standpoint. Right? And I think today, on every aspect, it's a cultural evolution. I mean, I'm saying we are going to see is what is the percentage of women getting joining engineering, completing engineering, getting the job, and these schools. It's evolving. And I'm quite optimistic about that. I don't think, again, maybe it's, I'm really saying it from the limited perspective where I'm coming from. I don't think we ever think about the responsibility.
All right. So, as you look into the future, what are and given the changing world of work, the role of technology, and the opportunities, what are the 2-3 things that, let's say, as coaches, you think we may do what would be our greatest contribution to developing this? What are the 1 or 2 things that we did will make the biggest difference to growing leaders?
First, I'm not equipped to respond from a broad standpoint, but let me comment on one thing that on the previous question is struck me with that. Because again, I think that's in a global environment, leadership stays overseas. So we need to be very careful to have calls starting late. Some of our calls work at the right? Because there's someone in San Francisco, our chief operating officer in San Francisco. So we have all these issues where calls happen, and we have to be very respectful. Because women have a family, they have children, and the pandemic has been very difficult for the woman, a young woman, because she has to support system, they don't crash. And she has to focus on housework, then she has to do work, then she has to teach a child. It's very, so we said no regulars on Fridays. But you have to be very careful in a global environment to say, don't stretch timings. Because it's going to be very stressful for the you don't find it stressful. Because the IT industry works on video, and that's the way they work. So that's one thing that is very sensitive. I would say clearly, I think one aspect that you mentioned is being sensitive as a manager to the woman workers. I'm just thinking that it's free. And therefore, conversations, inclusions, comments, etc., must be very respectful from that standpoint. And it's a very simple element. We have all our ideas. Assume that 25, 30, 50 meetings. I have one moment DR. You don't have to make a big complication. You hire one woman leader. But I would say the challenge that we face in the marketplace is we also trying to see the position within this concept. It's difficult to get. We also struggling to get sales. Right. And struggle is for 2 reasons. One, they're more stable. We're not looking at changing if things are going well. So that's an added. I would say disadvantage if you're looking at it. Two, they're not as many people in the season. Correct. Absolutely. So that's a journey that will happen. That's a journey. And today customers are asking. I don't see anyone in your room. The customers are asking. International customers are very asking. So say, what is the diversity in your team that is going to work on my account? I'm going to re-qualifying talking from the IT industry. So we have to work, so we are taking time how to take the GP badge, which will give them. So it's the so coming back to say, I would say the changing world that you're seeing now is a huge opportunity for mentoring, coaching, studying on top to middle, dealing with dealing with the employee that you never see, how do you create a sense of belonging? How do you manage them? How do you review them? How do you engage with them? And how do you develop them? And when you're thinking of promotions, who is the person that you have never seen come in your mind for a promotion? And that's sort of the challenge. Okay, we have a candidate, your panel to promote. No one in the panel has ever met the person or seen the person. So, those are the issues that will happen in the hybrid world. I would say the balance of these very much. I hope there's no more pandemic. Yeah.
So I think one of the messages I'm picking up is that obviously we are never ever going to return completely to the old way in which we work, right? And therefore, it is maybe simplistic to assume that the old style will hold true. We have to reinvent ourselves and work harder to maintain that time, which perhaps will make a difference between organizations in terms of who gets to hire those people, who gets to retain them, and who stays and why they stay, and so on. Right?
I would say the need to over communicate is tremendous. And partially what you said is to pick up the phone. If you look at an average manager and say how many people in team, say 40, have you spoken in the last 30 years? Answer is no. That's where that's where the focus on say awareness building, coaching, whatever you call that. I think
Right. Okay. I'm going to stop here now and request Sri get some. Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll have a formal process, but I will try to open the floor to the people here to ask questions. Maybe I will start with one question, Pradeep. Thanks for the clearing part. My question is going back to where I started with the planet size problems, particularly in the tech industry. I think we have evolved as a big service industry. But many times we are talking of product-based, IP-based, money-based business models and all that, and the transformation is getting into. If you look into the future, because we have done it many times, if you look into the next decade and further beyond for the Indian tech industry to survive, what is fundamental change that is needed, and what is the leadership change that is needed to make that possible?
I would just say it's a contextual reference, and I think earlier, Microsoft was the biggest one that did Microsoft if you live in India. Like, because you grow up at 12, 13 seeing problems. Right? But the good part is that the large market, consumer market, technology market is India. So, India has built solutions. If you look at the one you look at the Aadhaar, you look at UPI, it's unbelievable. Right? And therefore, the innovation that is happening currently is tremendous. If you look at the fintech space, very few countries so advanced here. OTP, no other country has OTP. So much has been done in the digital technology space that we don't have to emulate ignorance. So that's from one standpoint. Earlier it was products based. Now it's a service based. So there's no product. You can do whatever you want. You provide a service like that. Right? So that is happening. You can see that all the startup wars of that imagination and happening. So, second is that India's demographics and scale requires manpower. We cannot be a very efficient organization. If you look at agriculture, which is the largest employer space, if you automate it dramatically and it becomes very productive, but if you have 100 million unemployed, it's not good for the country. So we have to focus on a balance of, I would say, automation and employment, because it's a critical element of where India should go. So some areas should be good, and therefore, centralization in agriculture, one large entity owning 100,000, whatever number of hectares, and automating it may be very productive, but it may not be good for the society. So I would say we have to have a balance on that standpoint. Third, the reality is everything going to be digital. Anything digital, consumer experience. You can wash it, you have Wi-Fi, you can start a washing machine, on an app, etc. Everything is consumer-led, consumer-centric. That technology will be required. And given the new dynamics of the world, India has a big advantage. You see manufacturing coming here. I'm sure an ecosystem of friends. India is a big beneficiary with the market to say, well, let's have an alternative to China. I can see a lot of those elements. We've already seen a lot of those elements of focus coming in. Second is that I would say, it is one element. I don't know, I would say the big element that comes to my mind is having managed to become good human beings. If we really productivity, and we can get productivity, most of them can do enough things. But how are you sensitive to the human? How do you balance? And therefore, for one instance, I think Indians are better leaders. Because you will never see this business is unprofitable, I'll tell you this is everyone will get fixed. Right? Because you're concerned here, you don't want to do that. Right? And therefore, to that extent, it is slightly inefficient from a returns capital, but a very human to consider. It is from a human consider on that standpoint. So I would say the big learning is to how to stay grounded, how to stay humble, how to stay concerned, how to take care. Because they employ to take care of the business. And don't get overly carried away, to be super efficient if you're not taking care of the people who work.
Thank you so much. Because it's our values for me.
No, in fact, the manner in which organizations responded to the pandemic showed that human dimension, right? And it's very true. I have one other question to ask you, which is that the whole notion of the CEO as a superhero, right? Has it gone? Is it still there? Have we the cover of the book? Have things written about him? Then biographies, he's the one who did it.
I would say the CEO is more visible, but the CEO is the identity that the rest of the market look at. But today, one Indian is insignificant. I would just say that it's a group of leaders and networks that do. The system was to, the networks have to work, the system has to work. But CEO is integral to put that leader there. See, the CEO's role is to ensure the culture of the organization, values of the organization, the team stays together, care for the right issues I would say today, public companies are at a disadvantage because they're measured by financial results. Private companies have a slight advantage because they're not quarterly driven, the high can't be run on a quarter. And therefore, very often a public company gets pushed because of short-term elements. And therefore, sometimes we compromise long-term. But I think the nature of the new employee is he or she wants a balance. They're looking at institutions and organizations that are not only focus on financial returns, they look at an ecosystem of. There's a fair amount of, I would say, awareness coming into the market. ESG is a new element that's coming in. It will be implemented in a different manner. And I've also written an article promoting on the ESG. But there's a lot of things happening. But I want to say that society is
Pradeep, thank you for your practical insights. One question on organization culture. So you heard statements like culture is strategy for great question. Now with this constant flux in the organization that we see, people moving from one to another, what's a leader's role to establish or cultivate or lead to that culture? How do you define that culture and measure it? So what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would say, when the flux moves, it moves at a lower level. If you have too much transition at senior levels, you will have a lot of issues. You need stability at a particular level, which is strategy, stability on people, on management, on customer interface, etc. The first that you're seeing is largely between us 0 to 7 years. One person is process every year, he or she It's fair much, you know, if the person is in the organization that long, high probability that person will stay on. So the first happens at a very low level. I'm not at a 0 to 5, 7 years. Right? And part of the issue that the industry faced is in the pandemic, people didn't go to campuses and all that. Let's look at what created this great chaos. Right? Simplicity. First, every year people hire from campus so that they build their food going forward. Now, if I go on a pre-pandemic era, I want a job. I want to be in Bangalore, so I can get a metro. So you say I want to be in Bangalore, so I go to Bangalore. They go to stay at some school in Koramangala, and which are the companies available there? 6 companies here, so I'll find one of this system. So you're looking at crossing. That's your selection criteria. The work from home said, I don't need to be here. My employer can be anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, by the way, it can be anywhere in the world. Right? So now mobility has changed. Right? And that has created an issue. If you go on the amazing to say, there are sites to see how to manage the jobs. There's a hilarious interview of a lady in public domain who was given work, who then never did any work, who was paid $50 per hour. She found someone in Hyderabad for $25 per hour. He or she wrote the code, she got the code, and she came very happy. But she subcontracted the work somewhere else. There are sites to see how to manage 2 jobs. I also written an article on that. But I would just say that it's a very, and every month today, we do 100% check of all the PS accounts. Right? And you find 8 to 20 people who have to pay for accounts, but you can't judge that. You know, ensure there are transition issues. Right? When the entire debate of moonlighting is, I would say it's a very genuine moonlighting is not after officer. Moonlighting can do employees. Someone can say, yeah, nothing wrong. We can go and work on weekends, play the guitar, do social service. Absolutely encouraged. But when you are working the same time zone with 2 employment contracts, compare the elements, that is not like there is something else. So it's now a routine element that we need to do. But somewhere I think the industry can collaborate to say, move all your employee data centrally. And you can check, and someone checks, you have a center that checks the 2 jobs. So the industry can also partner together to some extent there. So I would say the transition will happen. It's part of a revolution.
Pradeep, I have a question. I want you from my early days in the career and say, I think I'm about you. India.com, everywhere. I just want to ask you, what is the most impactful coaching experience that you had in your life? Either you received or you offered to somebody?
In coaching experience. Yeah, I would say one thing that really impacted me is very interesting. This is 2005. There is a small company. When we after seminar homes, etc., etc. And I was the chief technology officer of the we signed a big contract with them. And he gave me a piece of advice. He said, let me give you a piece of advice. He said, no one who does work for GE, that is not vision. They were the organization. You should work with the creator to work. And if you ask me, that was very significant that I remember saying, we manage online networks. We cannot afford a customer network. So you can't take on more work that you can't prepare it against that. So your delivery has to be quote unquote bulletproof. If I go forward, please to say that we run an NPS score of 94+. Last month, on a few months of the customer, because it's so critical. Think about it, email is down to 50. Factory is running, but email is down. If it's so inadequate, we say, be very careful on delivery. And that's very important, ensuring that execution has to be very good. That is one thing that really struck me.
Thank you, Pradeep, for very insightful comments that you gave. I have 2 questions. One is when you talk about leadership, you talk about visibility as a key element of leadership. Uh, I also feel that leaders as well as coaches, the element of vulnerability, given that the innovation in today's marketplace is so strong and so high, many a time your subordinate knows more and is more creative than you. Traditionally, we have been brought up as leaders to be content-based, be all able to guide the subordinate. But today's world, sometimes or many times, the subordinate knows more than you. So almost like as a coach, when you drive a car, you look at the rear view, and that gives you a very good idea about where to go. But today, that rear view may not be relevant anymore because the future is so different. So what's your view on that vulnerability as a key element of leadership?
I would say reverse is very common, right? First, as a leader, your job is to hire people better. And unfortunately, many times leaders are insecure of hiring people better. You should always hire people who are far superior to you, because that's how you learn, right? And second, it's perfectly fine to say, I don't know, let me hear from you. But having said that, my decision making is also very intuitive and right. Now, I have a very simple philosophy. I rather fail with my intuition than your data. In a simplistic element also, I will be very simplistic when they have out and forward. So when you go to cars early years, I will drive it. I know how I respond to a difficult traffic situation. I wouldn't trust my driver there. So I always say, you hear all the data, but take a call on what you feel. And that's how I run my business. To give all my science and opportunity to what the market is. But I'm just saying I'm going to take my phone where I'm going to. That's an intuitive element that happens. But absolutely, there's no hiring people better than you. They're doing your stuff and you're doing something else. They're wasting his time and your time. Absolutely.
My second question is slightly.
And there's nothing wrong with just join us. I'm sorry. It's perfectly fine. I will be very often I sometimes react in the meeting, but I thought that was an existing story. I'm going to apologize. I shouldn't have said what I said. And they perfectly fine. They said, no, it's fine, boss. I said, no, I will tell you that, I realize we all sometimes, think later that we should be very more sensitive. And I'm going to happy to actually pick up the phone and say, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So the second one is not linked to coaching, but more about entrepreneurship and leaders. Triple bottom line impact. And I think why companies are looking at ESG, but not looking at planet in its totality. And that's why I think tech can play a very, very big role to really say that yes, whether it is ecosystem or climate change, how can organizations, and India has got such a big tech industry, how can tech industry contribute more to this huge urgent call to action?
Yeah, I would say, very simplistic basis, I'm not an expert on environment and sustainability, but from a basic element, run your business in a manner which is environment friendly, zero landfills, and all the elements that you need to do so that you're being a responsible citizen. And that's a large elements of now new enterprises, facility certified, the micro mentioned is unbelievable, zero water consumption, etc., etc. So that's one element. I think there's a fair amount of awareness coming now. These are long-term, I would say, issues that the world has to deal with. There has some tech come down, which now focus on the environment. So the emergence, the awareness is coming. I think if each one of us in our respective businesses run our business environment, socially, elements from the water, power, etc., I think we do a good job on that.
Pradeep, I have one question for you. Before that, I would like to acknowledge something. The kind of impact you made in my professional career. Okay. It's back in 1992 when Pradeep was in Metro and as a CEO, young CEO, I would say. And then I was in Motor and I was trying to demonstrate
computer vendors to the organization so that people will use computer networks to buy. But people, nobody trusted years ago. So we used to have these road shows, micro and where this annual networking show, right? I forget the name of the show. Connectivity, yes. And then we sang the 5-star hotel. I used to take the network moderns and they had computers and we would try all night to make sure that next morning the demo will be successful. And I sleep late at around 10:30, 11 o'clock in the night in his jeans, sitting on a carpet. And his technical chief investor and I were there to try to fix it. My mother was working, so I was happy and I went and asked for it. Why are you spending time here? You will take care of it. He made a statement which impacted me significantly. He said, look, when you want to do something, you should be obsessed with it. I have carried this obsessed word with me all along. And luckily, I was in Motorola, which taught me whichever goals. These two made a significant impact. And I think I mentioned in several of my public talks about this. And this is the first time I'm acknowledging you that this word obsession today, maybe not so much in the younger generation, I'm not sure. Maybe obsession is some of things, but aligning it to the organizational obsession was a significant thing. I'm sure Pradeep has made so that his management team is looking for all the time. Right? So that's one thing I would like to acknowledge. Thank you. And my question is this. As coaches, when we talk to our coaches, we try to work on their strength and tell them how to make use of their strength. Let the counselor guide them on how to make use of their strength for the organizational benefit of the goals or this. Do you think, particularly the relationship between senior management and middle management industry, because middle management in that industry, like you said, goes through significant challenges. Would you ever turn into a conversation where we talk about the personal strengths and see how do I make use of it? In that sense, not talk about weaknesses, not talk about professional performance, but the conversation and the awareness of the reportee's personal strength would ever happen systemically. This is the question. I will only say from entry code, right? Now, in your entry criteria, the possibly with those traditional, what is writing there? What are you looking for? If you're not looking at personal strength, then certainly measuring that may not be the best manner. But I would say everyone who hires entries at certain level looks at it. On rock stars who are some people who are so brilliant but in destroy organization. Look at basic curiosity. How do you learn? Discipline. I look at this. I'm not a marathon runner. Whatever you do, something is asking what I have. I spend a lot of time on extracurriculars. Nothing right on, but that's what I do. And then you deep down, you don't know anything about it. This passion. What I need to focus. So you look at every other aspect. What they know may not be enough. But what they are able to learn is what they're looking for. So I would say the personal aspects has to be a part of what is actually seeking a from that standpoint. Like the personal aspects are being developed.
And I need to come to the question of the issue of women making it to the C-suite. I still see a very patronizing attitude in business in general. Where things like the need for, like you mentioned, extended working hours, safety, or maternity leave, extended maternity leave, these are still classified as concessions. special concessions and or sensitivity and things like that. Whereas, don't you think it's time instead of talking of a level playing field, we recalibrate on equal means, because these are some things that nature has ordained. So there is there is a need to do that. But to move away, do you see this new hybrid workplace that is emerging as an opportunity to correct this imbalance that has been perpetrated, over centuries by now?
No, I would say you are bang on actually. I think there's a tremendous opportunity in the what I would say hybrid working to get more women into the workforce, because now they have an opportunity to also work, make an impact, and balance responsibility. I would say this is a brilliant opportunity, to get more women into the workforce. And I would say, again, I don't think today people look at it as a concession. At least the knowledge industry today says that's a given, and that's part of life and proceed. So we don't even think about it. In fact, very often we have younger women who are with the family way. We said, fine, in 3 months they will go to the family way, which is fine. They're looking at a very long-term perspective. I think it's changing. It's changing for the good. And I think work from home or hybrid is a bigger opportunity. That is where maybe companies should focus a lot on it. And I think women who get that opportunity to work from home will prefer those organizations. Then they have to come. Absolutely.
The last two questions.
So, Pradeep, thanks for the gift of your time. So, my question is about leadership, and I want to qualify it's not about the age. When do you think leader fits the shelf life expiry? But I've seen many people kind of succeeding doing well. At some point, it gets better. When do you think it?
Yeah, so I thought about this in a differential context. See what happens to me, and therefore, I still have an opportunity on some education and the board of Trinity College Dublin. I was chairman of the Government Council of Trustee. I think challenging education is for them. You learn when you're 25, and that's what we're doing. There's an opportunity for internal education degree, maybe 1 year degree. How many have that? Get in and you go to staff college Wellington and you're on a certain level. But I would say you're only learning academic, classroom training, when you're in school or engineering. After that, you do nothing. And then you expect that learning to take care of next 50 years. Right? So there's an opportunity which I think the academic institutions need to think about to say, I spoke to some management team to say, you have to think about a 1 year or 6 month program. When you bring the manager into an academic classroom to say what has changed. Many people still make it. They will intuitively people get it or figure out how to do it. But many people may not get it. And therefore the essence lesson is what do you do? Again, I'm just my personal experiences. At senior level, say how you spend. If you go to a friend's house, a colleague's house for a party, you just look around and say, how many people are there from the building or from the company or from the college? And that reflects what is learning. You learn when you engage with people outside. Right? And therefore, what you do in your spare time defines how you build your perspectives. I didn't go after school that my last learning. But what you do in your spare time, Saturday, Sundays, engage, learning, moving, this is how you learn. So the nature of learning has to be different. And the education system has a limitation because they are teaching them in 2024, times have changed. And there's an opportunity to do a refresher course on that. And shelf-life think about it, in India, everyone wants to get promoted. In the US, they are engineers who are 50 years old, who retire in the same job, they are happy. The advantage in India is every 1 year you want to get promoted. You want more money, but we have 22 nationalities,
At 55, he's doing the same engineering coding stuff. He has no issues. He's happy, very easy. He doesn't stuff. He gets paid. He goes. Here, you just can remotely remote it. And therefore, you have to define what is the shelf life. Okay.
Thank you, Pradeep. Actually, this question was triggered when you made that statement that if I'm going to be going to my house in Kuru, I would rather drive than allow the driver to.
In the difficult situation of the cars.
In that difficult situation,
I'm sure he gets it.
yes, unless you get it. And that brings me to a very pet subject of mine, which I keep discussing, which is what I call as the expansion of the mental canvas of every individual. When I look at myself when I began my career, if I may, compare, my mental canvas may have been an A4 size sheet. And so in that A4 size sheet, I can only think of a painting, in that dimension. But as I went on my career, if I'm not able to expand that mental canvas, that ability to look at larger things, like she said, planet-sized problem, to be able to expand that. And that's one of the critical things that I'm at least seeing in the IT industry, even at the level of CXOs, that the mental canvas they have is still not optimal to the kind of responsibilities that the organization is expecting them to handle. And the current situation has actually exacerbated that problem. Your views on that? Thank you.
Yeah, if you look at how learning happens, right? I want to say what are the triggers of influence? Or triggers of awareness. Look at where you think about it, react, your results, reinforce it. So, how are you challenging yourself in a very simplistic element? You have a car, you can make 20,000 kilometers China for servicing. How do you want? I would say rejuvenating your mind to think and observe and draw patterns and conclusions and make judgment, whatever. And that defines how people grow. Right? But if I cut all this across, we're all judging shelf life, A4 sheet. In parameters, how we look at it. In the individual parameter is perfectly fine. Right? So I would just say that everyone cannot be the CEO, everyone cannot be an entrepreneur. Right? From a society standpoint, it's important to say you have a happy, concerned. When I say concerned, as human beings and as individually concerned with this disparity, you're concerned when you see poverty, you're concerned when, if you see someone mistreating the person serving child, I get very upset on that. Right? If you build an empathetic society, you're building a happy society. So I would just say that how do you create triggers and awareness? What do you do? And then what do you reflect on? There's no right or wrong.
That's the last question. I have two quick comments and then the question. The quick comments are, I think, number one, you're right, in India, almost every single person, no matter what age they are, wants to be a CEO. It's quite amazing. It's very different from any other country. When German engineers want to continue being engineers, that is an observation. The second one is in the West, there are lots of programs, as you mentioned, Pradeep, which are now tackling this issue of continuous learning. For example, there's something called the Distinguished Careers Institute at Stanford. Harvard has one, Notre Dame has one. But you're right, I think in India you're very, very far behind. I think there is a deep finish on this pivot that we need to move here. The question is, since both of you have daughters, I think the question is what about daughters? Tell us about an argument you have at home with your daughters, where the daughters always win.
What should you remember? The children, you are not doing. So I would say daughters always win. I would just say that there are perspectives and issues. I'm listening with her, but I don't want to keep my mouth shut. It was a point, what I'm trying to do.
Well, they always say that you don't get it.
right? What is that you don't get it?
See, everything is from a perspective of where they come from. I think very simply, you always win. I mean, I tell you one time when my daughter at college, she was hilarious. So everyone thinking, and she comes in, what are you doing? Don't come inside. I don't matching, not matching, and how to shut at night. So I have to not even a lady which is waiting for my shirt was used. Then what she said was something of a father, but I want to say that it's a hilarious and enjoyable experiences. I have tremendous differences in how they live their life. But I respect. They will never appreciate what we do, but at some point they might appreciate it. I don't know.
So there my daughter always thinks is the amount of perceived change I have made to keep up with what she thinks is appropriate adult behavior, right? That you still don't get it, right? So she thinks on the patriarchy scale, I think I'm doing pretty well, but she thinks I'm way behind, right? So on my views on several issues, societal issues, I think I'm quite okay. Let's say on LGBT, gay, and this, that, and that. And she said, no, I mean, that day you said this, which is completely moral, right? You just don't get it. So the need for what I call political correctness, right, is different from what they see as being in the that you get it. So I'm still not there on that scale.
It's a new word, right?
And there's a word for it, right? And what's the word? You are, what's that word that you are in it? Woke. Woke.
Woke.
No, on the woke scale, not woke.
Your question or your common question on daughters. Actually, I see it as a generational issue. Okay. It also happens with sons. I have one son. And I know how I treated my parents when I was at that age. So I think it all, at least for me, depends on which side of the generational fence you are on. So I just recall an episode. During my days as HR in Bosch, a colleague of mine, a lady, she came to me one day after lunch, absolutely frustrated looking. She says, Krishna, I don't know what to do with my son. He's come into his teens, 13, 14. He doesn't listen to me. He's watching TV all the time. He is not studying. He's talking back. She went on for 2 minutes. Then she stopped. She said, hey, that sounds just like how I was when I was that age. That's what I told her. Then she kind of rocked back in her chair. I said, my mom used to tell me this. I didn't have TV. I had Vivid Bharati. When my exams used to come, I had a cricket commentary on. My mom used to say, what the hell, are you listening to the test match or are you studying? So I think it's a question of just being on whichever side of the generational fence. I just thought I'll just share my perspectives. So we have to bring the curtain down on this.
Young generation leader, which is whatever mentoring. We have two elements. They started a reverse mentoring program. They getting this structured program on social media and they become this thing. We have a program like we do. I don't know how to measure the impact, but the program.
So we have to draw the curtain down on this program.
Pradeep, the secretary, informed us that you have a hard stop at 7. We're a little past that, 15 minutes, but you were flexible enough at coffee time, so we took advantage of that. Give us an inch and we'll take a mile or a light here. So first of all, I want to thank Bosch for being the admirable host for the evening. Start with Rajshri, who's sitting silent there. She has done all the arrangements behind the scenes. Got a lot of coordination with her. Thank Dr. Jayanand Jagdish, who's known as JJ, the dynamic leader of this center. Mr. Ajay, I think all of you were guided by one very self-effacing gentleman. He was very much part of the arrangements. Mr. Naveen, who helped us, was with Sri Krishna shoulder to shoulder, and a host of others. So big thanks to the team. Suresh, thank you for readily accepting my request to host this session. Second thanks to Sangeeta. Are you there? From
Yes,
CSI?
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sangeeta. You've done great arrangements in the background. Without you, this event would not have gone off. So big thanks to you from all of us here.
My pleasure, sir.
To all your colleagues in CSI. Yeah. Our official photographer, BG, thank you for volunteering. It was great having your JRD Tata photo was awesome. So I think it just understood. Tendulkar didn't score a century every time he went to the crease, right? So we understand that. To David, who's also volunteered to be the official reporter, Ganesh and Suresh. So CFI social media publication will come courtesy David. So these are some of the people that I have to thank. Also thank our coaches here who came. Today's traffic situation is pretty bad, and some of you sent highly frustrated WhatsApp messages to me. I said, relax, we are in good time. Also for coaches who are online. Last but not the least, coming to Pradeep, it was a very earthy, grounded, but profound session. It's normally very difficult to preach this. Profound is generally abstruse, and earthly is generally banal, but I think you did it brilliantly. For me, the two statements that he made, for me, the topmost takeaways was, he said earlier on, focus on the present, the rest can wait. That's a brilliant takeaway, just to keep the mind focused all the time. Easier said than done. And in response to one of the questions you said, what a person is able to learn is far more important than what a person knows. Again, it's very, very deep. That's that earthy groundedness. Thank you very much for that. Your inputs on entrepreneurship in the beginning, things with a lot of self-deprecation, but so very nice, so revealing. You showed parts of yourself which are vulnerable, and how you started as a salaried employee and then made the transition to entrepreneur was a fascinating journey. You left us with great, at least to me, with great messages of hope. In the beginning, you spoke about the fearless aspiration and ambition of a young generation of India, the startups and entrepreneurs. Talking about planet-sized problems, what we spoke about the Bangalore airport, which are all itching to see. I think it's another great message of hope. So some of these were the key takeaways that I had, apart from all the other posts of points that I've written down. So thank you very much for making your time, for being here. And it was really worth waiting for this session from September 9th to October 17th. So let's give them a standing ovation, please. I just want to say that you will actually make for a very good coach. So Ganesh, on behalf of us,
Thank you.
Thank you. We request the
CFA coaches to stay for the interactive session. Neeraj, as a guiding light, you're also most welcome. Please stay. We'll see Pradeep off and then Ganesh will continue. And then after that, we'll have